In this video, we're going to take a look at our new residential roofing plugin for Planswift. The plugin includes both takeoff and drag and drop assemblies for any type of shingle roofing as well as metal roofing. So we've got a roof plan pulled into Planswift and scaled up here. We're going to do a little bit of takeoff with the assemblies and show how the reports generate. And in this takeoff, I'm going to break the takeoff into two different subgroups or subphases in the by location report. We're going to do one group for the main house and one group for the garage, just to show you how that report groups. Okay, so we'll go over here, grab an assembly. We'll do let's do some ridge vent. We launch the assembly here, and the main group, the phase selection is sort of the overall main group for the reporting. So we'll leave that at roofing load, but for subphase, we're going to select main house. And we'll go through and do a little bit of takeoff. I'm not going to do a complete takeoff here just for the sake of time, but we'll just use a few of the assemblies and then take a look at how the reports build. So we just did some ridge shingles. We could also pick up some ridge vent. Again, we're going to select main house as the subphase or the subgroup. And we'll do some hip shingles. And it looks like we've got 7/12 pitch everywhere on the main house. So we'll select 7 for pitch 1, and then pitch 2 will equal pitch 1 since we've got 7/12 pitch on both sides of all of the hips. Then again, for the subphase, we'll select the main house. Okay, now let's do we'll do the shingle takeoff for the house. We'll launch that assembly real quick, and we'll leave it at 3 bundles per square. We're going to change the pitch to 7, and then again, we're going to choose main house for the subphase. Again, this isn't a complete or accurate takeoff, it's just for demonstration purposes. Okay, and then in our drag and drop folder here, let's say that we need some underlayment underneath the shingles, so we'll grab the 15-pound felt drag and drop assembly, drag it over, and then again, we'll choose the main house for the subphase, click OK, and we just added felt to that whole roof area. Now we're going to click over to the Reports tab and take a look at the 2 reports that come with the roofing plugin. One of them is a materials by location report, and the other one is a consolidated report. So if we look at the by location report, you can see how it's grouping underneath the main group of roofing load. It's grouping under the subphase of main house, which is kind of like a subgroup, so that you can break out your reports if you want to be able to break it out under a subgroup. So let's say this project is just a single family residential, but if you were doing multifamily or commercial and you had multiple buildings, you could actually set up your subgroup for the different buildings if you wanted to be able to break that out. The phase and subphase, the drop-down list that you see in the assemblies are coming from these 2 lists. in this phase and subphase lists folder that comes with the plugin. So you've got the ability to customize this list. So when you click on the list, you can click into it. It's just like a word processor. You can completely delete it, rebuild your own, make any kind of modifications you need to both the phase or the main group as well as the subphase. So you've got a lot of options as far as how you want to set the plugin up to use. All right, so we've done our main house takeoff. Now we're going to do a little bit of takeoff for the garage. So we'll just go through and kind of do the same takeoff that we did for the main house. So we'll do some ridge shingles. This time for the subphase, we're going to choose garage. We can go through and take off our ridge real quick. Okay, and then we'll also pick up some ridge vent. Again, we're going to select the garage for the subphase. We'll do some hip shingles, and it looks like for the garage area, it looks like the roof pitch is 812, so we'll choose 8 for pitch 1, and we'll leave pitch 2 to equal pitch 1. And for the subphase, we're going to choose garage. Okay. Now we're going to take off the roof shingles. Change the pitch to 812. And again, for the subphase, we're going to choose garage. Okay, and then we'll also drag over some 15-pound felt. Select garage for the subphase and click OK. All right. So now we'll take a look at our reports again. In our materials by location report, you can see how this report works now, where it breaks down the subphase or subgroups. So we've got a material list here for our main house, and then we have also a material list broken out just for the garage, and you can see where it's taken all of the material items that are included in those assemblies and generated our quantities of everything for us. And then on the consolidated report, again, it's just a summary for the entire job by phase, which works good for quoting purposes, or it can be used for a purchase order